Hi guys, it's Sam here from Bargain.hunting.blonde, and today I'm bringing you a quick chatty video about Louis Vuitton's latest pre-fall collection that they premiered recently in Korea. So without further ado, let's dive in and talk about two giant overarching themes. So first is epi leather. There was a ton of epi leather speedies on the runway, and that is great for us pre-loved luxury lovers because there are tons of epi speedies out there on the pre-loved market from lots of resellers, especially my favorite Japanese resellers. So if that is what you're looking for, I would say do not pre-order. I would say go pre-loved and go find yourself a much more reasonable epi leather speedy on the pre-loved market. And then the second was we're still in the phase of taking parts of a bag, making it large, calling it a bag, or there's actually even a belt that they did that looks like the D clasp, D rings, I think that's how you refer to them, the clasps that Louis Vuitton does on their straps. So epi leather and then accentuating the little and making it big is definitely what we saw on the runway. I think overall it's really still fun, but will I be buying it? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything I want from this collection, but that does not mean I do not appreciate it. So first I want to start with what is kind of taking over my feed for some reason, and that is the runway item that I don't know the name. I'll put up a picture. Obviously, I've been putting up pictures this whole time, but it looks like the shape of an old school plastic grocery bag. And so that's all I can see. And I know you can contort it in many different ways. It's coming in canvas and leather. Like, I do appreciate that, but I just can't get over the shape. I don't know. And then I see how people are like contorting the canvas, and I'm like, to me, that just looks like a cracked canvas waiting to happen. And I know the newer canvas is more flexible than the older canvas, but it does not mean that it does not worry me, because it does. It definitely does. Then next, we have what looks like the little tag on the front of this bag. It is a giant version of the tag on the bum bag. And they have made that now into a bag that looks like it can go crossbody based on the strap. There is a strap on that, and they have exaggerated it and made it bigger. I think that's fun. It is all vachetta leather, and I'm not sure if it's pre-treated or not, so there's that worry. But it is fun. It reminds me a lot of when we did a couple seasons ago, also for the fall runway, the big luggage tags, like that was a thing. That's what it reminds me of. Then you also have this street sign, which is making something that is not a bag into a bag. And that is the street sign that says Louis Vuitton, and then it says Seoul for the premiere of all these items in Korea. I'm not sure if they're going to change that to maybe change different locations like they've done with the on-the-go tote when they released it in the summer line. If they do that, I think it's cute. Again, not really my style, and this does look more like a shoulder bag, but the Parisian street signs have this like arch on the top of the square, and so like that seems incredibly uncomfortable underneath your arm to me. Like I'm not sure that was thought well through, and I'm sure it's more of something like, oh, I have something from this collection than something you wear every day, but that is odd to me. I do like that the backside is the Louis Vuitton canvas, so that's fun. It also looks very, very thin. Then they are doing this earring. I think it is probably just one earring because Louis Vuitton has done this before. That is like looks like the pull on the speedies, for example, but it has been made metallic, but it is still leather. I don't know, it's not my style. I'm not one to buy the one earring trend. Like, I like pairs of very simple earrings, so this is not really for me, but that does not mean, of course, that it's not for others. I'm sure there's other people who love it. Then we have this little bucket bag that is coming in a variety of colors, canvas and not canvas in the leather. And it has the corners that reminds me actually a ton of the corners that the Speedy 30 had from the multicolor line, which I loved those corners, but it just makes this bag look clunky. And I think it's meant to resemble a trunk. That's what those corners are from. I don't really like it, and I'm a bucket bag girl, so I don't like this. But I also don't know if I have ever bought a truly square bucket bag. Like, I think a square bucket bag's an interesting idea because when I think bucket, I think circle. But there's that. There is then this bag. Why do I want to call it the loop bag? I was just about to call it the moon bag. The loop bag they are releasing in a kind of fun, like khaki and by khaki I mean it's more of like a sand khaki than like a green khaki colorway. I do think that'll be popular. I do have that in the denim, and I like that bag. I think it's fun. I think it definitely has more of a youthful vibe, and it's very easy to wear under the shoulder or as a crossbody, which I appreciate the versatility of that bag. We then have a lot of these bags in this like quilted look, which when I think quilted, I think Chanel, and I don't necessarily think Louis Vuitton. So I don't really like these. I don't like the quilt. It's like an extended diamond quilt. I just don't see it and I don't love it. But there is that. We have a lot more like hard-sided pieces coming out. So we do have a petite malle coming out in the same colorway as the loop bag. We do kind of have like more of a vertical petite malle that's coming out in the reverse monogram. We have, again, the twist with more of the quilt. I don't love the quilt. I look at it and it looks puffy, and I feel like the puffy bag trend has left. Like, I still use my Chanel 19, but would I necessarily buy a Chanel 19 right now? No. So I think Louis Vuitton's a little behind on the puffy bag trend. And then we also have in the epi leather trend, besides the Speedy, we have the Alma. And so the great thing is there are so many options for you, and I'll link some down below, of great priced epi leather bags that you can get pre-loved. So if you want to really capitalize on this pre-fall Louis Vuitton runway, you can. And you can totally go the pre-loved route. Their reds is slightly darker than the red that was more of a cherry red that was previously released in epi leather. Then you have like an off-white, and then the yellow and the blue are very similar to the yellow and the blue that are already out there. So you definitely can get pieces that are going to look off the runway from past collections, and I don't mind that. And then we have this bag that reminds me a little bit of the Chanel 22 in the sense that it reminds me of a trash bag. And I don't know what it's called. It's coming in leather and canvas, and the shape is just odd. And it then has like a luggage tag hanging off of it. I don't really understand what's going on here. I do not like it, if you could not tell. That's just not my look. That like slouchy bag that's that unstructured is just not for me. And then lastly, we have more variations on the soft trunk bag. I like the soft trunk bag. I would consider buying it, but not at US retail, because I think US retail is really expensive. I would consider buying it maybe in Europe, or if I was getting it pre-loved for less, but I would not buy it at US retail, which I'm sure will go up. But right now, no. So that is my take on the bags we saw on the runway for the pre-fall collection from Louis Vuitton. I'd love to know your thoughts down below, or feel free to DM me on Instagram. I like making these quick chatty videos of like my opinions on what is happening on the luxury runway. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Like it, don't like it, have you already pre-ordered some stuff? I would love to see the pricing on some of this stuff, because Louis Vuitton prices, I was recently on the website, have gotten insane for some of their like really basic pieces. Like the price on the Neverfull, I was like, whoa, which is crazy. So if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is now once a week. If you want to see how I style my bags, or when I post a lot of this stuff when I see it on Instagram, please make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and my blog, all of which are linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!